cogitators. Old injury. Oh boy. Wasn't healed in time. It could be healed with a med kit. Should not close that door. The enormous gate, Mats.
The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable.
So what did he do? Alright, so I need to get the warrant. Do I have any weapons? Hold on a second. Is there anybody out here?
Embrace true power.
Is there anyone left I can grab a weapon from? Okay, I don't see anyone. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer. Be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first in the darkness, to unite and reclaim, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the roads of Fox Skull. The serval skull creaking gradually turns into incomprehensible words. Escort the child to the house to safety. I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
By the Vox monster!
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Okay, I need a weapon. I'm utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Fine. Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
What the hell does that mean? As the story progresses... Wow.
As the game's story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal by pressing J or clicking LMB on the notification at the top of the screen. Journal entries help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The Quests tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information about any quests you have accepted and their current status. Use the journal to help yourself understand where to go on the next steps of your adventure. The rumors and contracts sections also contain important information. You will learn more about them later.
Okay. Right. Okay. Oh. A right of blood. No one must reach the warrant. Single order to the sentinel will lock the chamber. Alright, so I need to go.
Draw strength from your unwavering faith and find courage in fulfilling your final duty, for showing weakness before his enemies is heresy.
Alright. So I need to speak to the Warrant Sentinel. Wow. Seal the chamber. I'm not sure if I even grabbed the warrant.
Master, whatever are you doing in the Warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
Commander Voiga is a traitor. How'd you find me? Are you the traitor, Voiger?
Master, with all due respect, what nonsense are you saying? Kunrad, a traitor?
Right. Voiger openly admitted that he's the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saint's blood!
Saint's
And it
blood.
is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
We're not.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Alright. Great. By right of blood, find a weapon, accept Abelard's aid. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Character suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happens when a character receives damage.
While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you choose. Injuries reduce the character's resolve. When a character initially suffers an injury, it is considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a medikit without passing any skill tests. Old injuries can be healed with a medikit, but they require the character administering the treatment to pass a Medikai skill test to succeed. Use medikits to restore wounds and heal injuries. Note that when a character loses all of their wounds, they fall unconscious. Once the combat is over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remain. Those can be healed with a medikit. Medikits can only be used by characters who have the field medic feature, base skill, Medikai, or have taken Medikai skill advancement at least once. Whenever a character uses a medikit in battle, a Medikai skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored as a result. Abelard can heal your character's injury. Click LMB on Abelard's portrait, select the medikit on the panel at the bottom left of the screen, then use it on your character.
Okay.
Abelard needs to be standing right next to your character for him to administer the treatment.
Fantastic. Alright, so you've got new items. All items are added to your inventory. You can open it by pressing I, click on the bag icon over here. There. Alright. Alright, great. So go into our inventory. Weapons. Equip new weapons. Open your inventory from I and double-click the left mouse button on the item. To view the parameters weapon, right-click on it. Right? You can switch between party members using the arrows at the top of the inventory here. Clicking the left mouse button of character portrait. Item descriptions contain comparisons with any corresponding item already equipped by the character. Alright, so. Armored body glove. Medicaid. Can be equipped by this character. Right. I don't have any Medicaid skills. So.
Look no further. Let me help. That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
Fantastic. Right?
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Well, I got in touch with Lord Captain Theodora. She said all forces are to head to engineering and the bridge.
But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control.
What exactly?
We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation.
What exactly?
If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Right. What exactly has gone on with the translation?
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I have spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the warp.
Uh-oh.
Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message.
I did?
Specifically, a Vox cast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
Well, I believe the Warrant Sentinel may have sent the message. Appears when I opened the chamber.
Warrant Sentinel?
Yes.
The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort.
Oh, anyway, he did.
The Warrant Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken.
Mm-hmm.
But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
I don't know. So what can we expect to find in the Navigator's Sanctum?
During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal.
I see.
For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
Well, I know of things like that. I heard one of Theodora's box gas.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
Alright. Navigator's Sanctum. Very well. You lead the way?
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
Alright.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Onward! Okay, tactical phase.
Combat begins with the tactical phase, during which characters cannot attack or take other actions but may try to take up advantageous positions. Select a character by clicking LMB on their portrait at the top of the screen, then click LMB on the cell you want the character to move to.
Right.
Red cells are areas inaccessible to the character. During the tactical phase, each character in the party may move up to their maximum movement points but cannot position themselves adjacent to an enemy.
Okay.
Press space to start the battle.
Sounds good. Why the corpse, Emperor?
Death to non-believers!
Alright. Abilities.
The combat abilities of characters differ depending on their archetype. Available abilities are located at the bottom right of the screen on the abilities panel. To read the full description of the ability, hover your cursor over its icon or click RMB on it. Click LMB on the icon to use the ability. Before the ability is used, you will get to review its estimated outcome while hovering your cursor over a character or an area of your choosing. You will also see the ability's area of effect, and each character in this area will have a number displayed over them denoting the probability of being successfully affected. If the ability's effect is guaranteed to work, the ability's icon is displayed instead of a number. When you are ready to use the ability, click LMB again to confirm your choice. During your adventures, your characters will gain new abilities and talents as their power grows. You can view the full list of abilities on the Character Abilities page, C.
Alright. I had the opportunity to oh no. I've become lost in the void. Alright, so whoops. Alright, so first of all, we have to pre-position. Right. Wow. There's a lot of people here, man. So,
Draw strength from your unwavering faith and find courage in fulfilling your final duty, for showing weakness before his enemies is heresy.
Mel said that. What if I can come over here? Everybody has blades, which is not cool. I thought I was supposed to get an opportunity to move into, so pistol bursts. Alright, so for all the gods.
I need. Death shall reign.
Well, now I can't move. That's her.
I am your doom.
Might be.
Chaos guides me.
Oh, he's got a laser pistol. Okay, Abelar's abilities. New companion is a warrior. Abelar specializes in melee combat. Drawing the enemy attack. Charge is a unique warrior ability. Works only when they are using a melee weapon. It is not considered an attack action. Use charge to close the distance between you and the enemy and deal damage. Click left mouse button on the ability icon. Choose a direction to charge. If an enemy is the direct path of the charge, Abelar will attack them. You'll still be able to use an attack action afterwards. Just not use one. Okay, thanks.
This character is using a melee weapon. Melee attacks require the character to be adjacent to the enemy. To make a melee attack, click LMB on the strike ability, then on the enemy you wish to attack. Unlike single shots, melee attacks hit automatically with no need for a roll. The enemy will try to dodge and parry the attack if they are using a melee weapon of their own. Melee weapons can be used to make area attacks. All creatures in the area will suffer damage unless they succeed on a dodge test, or a parry test if they are armed with a melee weapon. Damage dealt by melee weapons depends on the weapon's parameters and the attacker's strength score.
Got it. Not sure why it does that. Keep losing track of me. Alright, anyway.
Of your Lord Captain, whose house each of you swore to serve till your last breath. May your souls never lose the fervor and fire that bolster your hatred for the enemies of the Imperium.
That would be great. 1 second. Okay, so Abelar has brace for impact. Or I can use charge. Damn it, he's in that attack of, you know. I don't know if I can use charge here.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Work. Darn it! I screwed that up. Like an attack of opportunity, right? Oh, that was not good. That was a mistake. That was really a mistake. Darn it. Alright. It's gonna be bad. I don't think he gets another shot.
I will do my reduce to dust.
Oh, it does. Oh, fantastic. By the gods! Fun fight. Okay.
Be careful. Companions can get hurt by your burst attacks or area attacks. To avoid friendly fire, keep an eye on the trajectory of the shots and the area of effect of area attacks and melee burst attacks.
Right. Aha. There you go. Okay, so So I'm up. Damn it. Can't really do that burst attack, man. Fire a single shot and kill him. Alright, tell you what.
One step closer.
So.
I will come blood-soaked tribute.
I have no idea if I can hit that guy. So.
Chaos guides me.
Well, good thing it doesn't guide your hand.
Who yield or falter in their courage will be executed in disgrace as traitors to this house and abettors of the enemies of humanity. Cast aside your doubts, for they are an open door to the curse of.
Curse of who? Alright, so that's... Let's see. Damn, I have to take her down. Can I actually charge her?
Indeed.
Oh crap, didn't want to really do that. Cleave. Strike. Good chance. By the false gods, take you down. Ah! Movement and attack. The order in which actions are taken in combat matters. Character can only move around the battlefield before they taken.
The order in which actions are taken in combat matters. Your character can only move around the battlefield before they take an attack action. Once a character attacks, they lose their remaining movement points, unable to move until the start of their next turn. There is a way around this, however, if, for example, the character has some way of gaining movement points after attacking.
Right. I think,
Undaunted by enemies of humanity, for not one of them can prevail over true servants of the Imperium who are ready to give their lives for his anointed.
This is beneath me.
alright, so.
Satisfying demise.
What the hell happened there? That's weird. You can advance the level of your characters and companions, prevailing in battle, exploring the Cronus. Wow.
You can advance the level of your character and companions. Prevailing in battles, exploring the Corona's expanse, and completing quests earns you experience points. Once you have accumulated enough experience, your character gains a new level. Click on the arrow symbol on a character's portrait to open the level up screen. Each level gained offers your characters new progression options, which include new abilities, talents, skill improvements, and other enhancements. Your companions gain new levels at the same time as your character. Even if they are not included in the active party during your journeys, you can always increase their level later.
Right. Okay. I don't know. Defeated enemies.
Defeated enemies have no further need for their former belongings, but you can discover valuable trophies among them. Click LMB on a defeated enemy to inspect what is left of them.
Alright.
Items on the right side of the trophy collection window go to your inventory. Such items can be used or equipped by your characters. Items on the left are packed up as cargo and sent to your ship, which can later be used to trade with various factions. You can move trophies from one side of the window to the other by double-clicking LMB on them or by dragging them over using LMB. Alternatively, you can use the buttons at the bottom to mass transfer all items from cargo to your inventory and vice versa.
Right, so picked up a laser pistol, picked up a sword. Okay. Two cargo. Okay. Now, so
Fate
Who yield or
beckons
falter in
me.
their courage will be executed in disgrace as traitors to this house and abettors of the enemies of humanity. Cast aside your doubts, for they are an open door to the curse of.
curse of. Alright, here we go. So, summary. So, this is where I'm currently at. Dogmatic. Level up.
Time to leave my mark upon the galaxy. There is a fervor in my soul.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Right.
What advice do you seek?
Trying to figure out how to level. Alright, let me research this one sec.